Yeah, we're back. We're back, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah, we're doing these YouTube videos for our pet community, and we have a special guest today. And tell us a little bit about who you are, your company, what you do, and we'll hop right in.
All right.
Yeah.
So my name is Dave. I'm a dog trainer, but what I specifically do is I specialize in going to people, giving them private lessons, and basically turning them into their own little dog trainer.
Okay.
So
training the human.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm a people trainer,
Okay.
basically.
All right.
But I've been doing this for just under 10 years. I've done kind of it all. I got into it training police canines and working dogs and all that fun crap.
Yeah.
But I just focused in on pet dogs and going to people. I don't do board and train. I don't really like boarding and training. I like going home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not that work doesn't follow me home now.
Yeah.
But that's what I specialize in.
Okay.
Teaching people to train their own dogs.
Okay, and your company is
Canine Coaches LLC.
Canine Coaches LLC. Okay, and this is unique, right? Because when people think about training, people they think about training the dog.
Yep.
So how did you get into training people? Like, where did that come from? That idea of let me focus on training the human.
Because the number one issue I've always seen with dog training is the dog listening to the trainer, but not the owner. The dog listening like at the training facility, but not the home where they live.
Yeah.
So that's really my answer to it.
Okay.
And dog training, it can be culturally kind of cultish.
Yeah.
And very opinion based. Whereas now that it's maturing, there's more science behind it. There's more like these things work, these things don't. And really, most people, at least to a certain extent, can do everything I do, at least like physically and mentally. I'm not a like algebra whiz or something. I'm not a human calculator. I can't do anything that you can't do. So it's just my job to chop it up into small little pieces, teach it to you one step at a time.
It's almost like school for pet parents.
Yep.
Do you put together, or do you have like a curriculum, or like how do you structure your program for people?
Yes, so this is another thing that I've kind of systemized over time. Our typical progression, let's say I get a regular obedience, like generally like, a non-aggressive case basically, or maybe there's just some mild socialization issues there. Typically we start off with treat training, then we move on to some short leash work, teaching the basics of literally like all of your different tools, your basic functional commands, your sit, your down, your come, your place, your stays, stuff like that. But we start with treat training, then we slowly introduce short leash corrections, then long leash stuff, then we go off leash, depending on how many sessions we're doing.
Let's talk about corrections, because I don't feel like people understand that, or when they see that or hear that, they have a different view on like what they think is happening versus what is actually happening when it comes to like dog corrections.
Yep. So
explain a correction and what that is.
Is that a leash on your shoulder?
Yes.
Can you take it off and put it on your wrist real quick? This is not a sugar coat.
Yeah.
This is not anything. This is the first correction I teach. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you were an 120-pound Cane Corso or something, and you were a 90-pound woman holding the leash, it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Right.
But no sugarcoating. This is your baby's first dummy's guide to positive punishment for your dog.
Yeah. And
that's it.
They understand that they don't receive it as, it's not like discipline, right?
I mean, it is, but it just depends on what you mean by the word discipline. Because discipline can mean anything from, discipline can mean being, okay, I'm waking up at 8 a.m. every morning, I'm brushing my teeth, blah, 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 doing my morning routine or whatever.
Yeah.
Or discipline could mean you take the belt off and you whip their butt with it.
Right.
It just depends on what you mean by discipline.
But they respond well to it to kind of let them know what they should and shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
Right.
Usually that leash correction specifically, we're of course doing leash walking.
Yeah.
And that's typically for a dog that's dragging and pulling you, right?
Right.
So turning
with
that...
so many parents,
Yep.
they struggle with that because their dogs are dragging them down the street.
Yep.
Right.
So there is, of course, a trick to it. Leash walking is one of the harder things, especially like when you're working with a dog who is overpowering the human being walking them. But it's really, dogs have what's called an opposition reflex. So if they feel a consistent pressure pulling them back, you're thinking, oh, the dog's choking themselves, they don't like it or whatever.
Right.
But in reality, it's a natural instinct of theirs to push back forward against that pressure. So turning it into that popping, jerking motion, actually, technically speaking, you're probably causing less pain, but it's more understandable to them to stop. Because also there's a direction to it, there's a timing to it, stuff like that. And that's not like literally the only thing you do. Typically, if your dog is completely overtaking you, the next step is to just U-turn, take the dog away from the direction it wants to go.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, so which would be negative punishment. So these terms I'm kind of throwing out there.
Yeah.
As a balance trainer, you have positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain more about that?
Yes, explain more. Because I think people just Google these things.
And they're wrong.
And they don't know what's right or wrong.
Yeah, so this is called operant conditioning. It's not a dog training phrase.
Okay.
It doesn't come from dog training, it comes from psychology. And it's just how behaviors are shaped and formed over time. So positive and negative, like the first hurdle, positive and negative does not mean good or bad. It means to literally add or subtract something.
Okay.
Think of a positive and a negative number.
Okay.
You're adding to 0, you're taking away from 0.
Okay.
Does not mean good or bad, so just throw those words away.
Okay.
Positive reinforcement, you add something the dog enjoys.
Yes.
Negative reinforcement.
Like a treat.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's how I like to start.
Right.
Negative reinforcement. Now this one is a little bit more niche. You take away something the dog doesn't like as a reward. Once again, very niche one. And that's the one people get confused on a lot.
Okay. That's good information and good for people to know. So this is kind of why, it's important for people to know that this service exists.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times people want to make dogs humans or treat them the way humans, they process things differently.
Yeah.
Right. So, and they respond to things differently. So without the proper knowledge, you don't know if you're, creating a healthy space for the dog to thrive in or not.
Yeah, and dogs, they like predictability and consistency. Usually the people that I see that never have to do formal actual training are typically just people who are organized and follow through with things, even if it's not on a technical level, super precise like what a professional would do.
Yeah. And so talk to me a little bit more about, because you said you've been doing this for just under 10 years.
Yep.
Have you been doing that here in the Metro Atlanta area for 10 years or?
Yeah, so I've moved around a little bit, but it was mostly here. I actually grew up around the Paulding County area.
Okay.
And we recently moved back, but I've been married. I actually took I guess you could say a hiatus.
Yeah.
For about a year to go into real estate because I wanted to, scale, and, I had a business owner friend who got me into it or whatever, but I kind of rediscovered my love for dog training, and we decided to take some of the stuff that I learned from those businesses, apply it to this one, and just really commit to it.
Okay. That's good. I think it's always important for me also. I think people enjoy supporting local.
Yep.
So, I'm happy that we were able to become connected so that we could let people know that this is a service that they could probably benefit from and use to help improve their lives and their dogs' lives. So how can people contact you?
Easiest way, you can just find us on Facebook pretty easily, just K9 Coaches LLC. Okay. You see this little thing right here?
Yes, yeah, right. K9 Coaches, okay, LLC. Perfect.
We also have, it'll have like the little dog with the hat on. With the logo. We also have k9ed.org, that's our website.
Okay.
We also have Instagram. We recently created a TikTok.
Okay.
That's kind of, we're pretty easy to find.
Yes, that's good. And so we want you all to take advantage of this and reach out if you have questions. The whole idea is for us to be of community in the dog world. So the more resources, the merrier. I know we get a lot of people that come in here that ask questions about, what do they do and how do they do that. Obviously, we're not versed in training, right? Because that's not what we do. But we want the people that do come to us who have questions and need support to know where they can go to places like you.
You can come to me.
So yes.
Well,
absolutely.
I come to you, but you can come to me. For me to come to you.
Yeah. Say that again. So you will go to them.
You come to me so that I go to you.
There you go. Perfect. Until the next time. So if you have any questions about anything you want to see specifically, we're going to be doing series of videos with everyone. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll make sure we can get some content pushed out to you. So until next time, see you later.